And hello everybody, it's Monday night, you're live with Sherry Schreider, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, April 30th. Guess I didn't get the date in last week, and it kind of confuses all kinds of people. It's been a busy week, and you know what it always is. Just so many things going on all the time. Remember one time the Lord telling me I did the work of 10 men full-time who were working full-time? And hello everybody, it's Monday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, April 30th. Looks like I forgot to push in my bar here so you could hear it. Let me see how that is. Somebody send me an IM, let me know if this is locked so you can hear me. Alright. And it's been a busy week. Been going through a lot of the emails this week sent to my email box. You can send questions in during the week. You can send them tonight, SherryTalkRadio at yahoo.com. So if you have a question, go ahead and send it in. Some of you have been sending them in over the last couple shows. If they've fallen down too far into my email box and I don't get to them, just resend them. Put quick question for the show in the subject header, and I'll get to them. A couple observations this week, summer's heating up, but it always seems like the most fun in the summer when you get into these UFO and alien wars. I don't know what it is about the summer. I guess because in the wintertime I just don't pay attention. I hibernate. I stay in the house all the time. But I've been noticing recently that there was another ship that had parked itself outside my house up in the sky. And folks, you can tell these things. If you go outside and you look up in the sky, you're going to see, your usual white stars. What's not usual is when they're orangish and yellowish. And they usually come out, you'll notice them before the stars even come out. And they're much closer to the Earth than the stars, and they're huge. They're just, some of them will glitter like a star, try to fake a star. But they're not stars, they're these alien starships, and so they'll kind of plant themselves around you. Maybe not around you, maybe they're all just over here in Ohio for some reason. I don't know. But I no sooner had seen this new one pop up that a couple days later I happened to look outside and there was just this mammoth white star not too far from it. And it was lower than the other stars, and it was there before the other stars even came out. And so I just kind of laughed, because every time one of these hostile ones moves into the area, one of the white ships will move in. They kind of play cat and mouse. And I've seen these things go at it. I've seen them shoot rays at each other. I've seen UFOs get shot out of the sky. Not one of these ships, but these starships that you'll see more and more at night in the summertime are where all these little UFO ships come from. If you've seen Star Wars, the movies, then it's pretty much like that. There's a lot of truth and reality to the Star Wars series itself. It wasn't just all entertainment and science fiction. But that's what a lot of these starships are for. They just kind of park up there in our atmosphere. And on all these little UFO pods, these 1- and 2-man UFO aircraft will come from these starships, and they just they've got to be totally bored. Just what do they want? Watch me work on a computer, make orgone, whatever. It's so stupid. But that's what they do. And I've seen it in Bible codes. I know that Sananda will come over here and patrol around my house, and those are my friends. I've seen that. And they target the elect. They target the Lord's 144,000 that are here on the earth. And they will target you. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know where you are. Satan's not omniscient, omnipresent. He doesn't know everything. And neither can he be every place at one time. And so he uses his forces to do that. And his forces are broken up into various classifications and ranks. It's the same thing we could compare it to here on a military chain of command, a corporate ladder. You hear people working up the corporate ladder, working their way up the ladder. The military chains of command, the different classes and ranks. Satan's pretty much set up on the same type of system. I mean, anything that we have here on Earth isn't very original. It's been done somewhere else by someone else. or it's our mimic and copy of something that exists somewhere else. Because we know Satan mimics everything God does and has. And so you can just imagine, we can't, just trying to picture what the Lord has and the way heaven is run, and we seem to think that He's just one person and He does everything Himself, or one spirit, and that's not true. The Lord has a council. He has a council of elders, of people, a council, and He does things, so much more grander than we try to mimic Him. Satan tries to mimic Him in our ranks and structures, and it's the same way in heaven. There's different groups of people, there's different ranks, there's different structures. We know with angels, there's different ranks, there's different classifications. There's just so much that we don't know. And that's what's mind-boggling. When you start to learn and peel back some of the layers of what we don't know compared to what we can know or what we do know. I certainly don't know enough. I wish I knew everything. At least as far as it goes with the Lord and everything, because that's the only thing that really fascinates me. This earth does not fascinate me. I've just about had it with this place. And I know most of you are too. And, you look at the news every day, and it's just lies and lies and lies and lies. And some people might wonder why this isn't more of a current events type program, and it's just because I get so sick of it. I get so sick of all the lies. Because while they're doing so many things behind the scenes, that anything that the media is coming out with, any kind of events here on Earth, it's just to keep people occupied and busy and away from what's really going on behind the scenes. And it's usually the stuff behind the scenes that I deal with more, because I know it's all a facade. Everything that we hear in the news today, and everything being contrived just so they can have a news story, so that gets more attention and focus than something else they're trying to bury on the backside. I empathize with the whole 9/11 truth movement, and there's a lot of they've got a lot of work cut out for them there. But I also remember William Cooper saying he would never trust Alex Jones, and so this whole Alex Jones movement and this whole charade. Yeah, let's get the government exposed for their hand in 9/11. They definitely had a hand in it. They definitely planned it. Bush was looking for that to happen before he even came into office. He wanted a war with Iraq. 9/11 was their catalyst to get into Iraq. And they planned it, and they contrived it, and they steered it, and now they cover it up. And so the 9/11 truth movement, I have nothing against them, But, with all of these different people and all these different agendas, it's like they'll give you good information on one thing, but they're steering you away from something else. And that's it with every single one of these groups and organizations that we deal with daily in the news or on the internet, is they want you to focus on something else that they're hiding their backside. They're trying to hide the involvement of somebody else, and so they want you to focus on some other group. And that's basically what they all do, and that's what Alex Jones does. And so, these organizations give great info, but they're also protecting somebody else's backside. And so you can never completely trust any one of these news sources. Not one of them is anywhere where you're going to get your total news. And, you can't get your total news in one place anyway. I mean, it's just too much going on out there at any one time to see one person or one group covering it all. You'll just have some groups hiding the Jewish involvement, and you'll have other groups hiding the Catholic involvement, and you'll have other groups hiding, everybody else's involvement. And that's just, it's a big circle. And I think the one that kills me the most is this global warming and this Al Gore thing. And he, if I had to pick one person that just makes me want to chuck every time I hear his name, it's Al Gore. And, ever since I've been dealing with him, with this whole charade, this whole alien agenda that he's involved with, that Hillary and Dick Cheney are also involved with, I had put up with a bunch of harassments from them several years ago, and what I typically do is when the enemies really start to get on my nerves, I throw up a website. They tick me off, they're harassing me, they're aggravating me, so I put up a website. That's why I have so many. And so I put up OmegansAreLiars.com and detailed Al Gore's involvement